Hi, it's Allison here with the Oh So Sensitive channel, and I just wanted to make a video today sharing my perfume collection. This is a collection I have gathered over the course of the past few months, and most of it has come from TJ Maxx or Ross, but a few things have come from Walmart, and I even decided to try a few of those Dollar Tree perfumes, which I'll get into later. But stay tuned if you want to see my collection. First up is this perfume I got from Bath and Body Works. It's one of their concentrated perfume sprays, and this one is the Hello Beautiful line. And this is kind of a white floral summery scent. But I like wearing this in the summer. It's kind of summer now, it's almost summer. I'll probably still wear it a few times in the winter and fall, but I think of this as a summer or spring scent. This perfume is by Vera Bradley. I got it from TJ Maxx for $9.99, and it's an eau de toilette. And this particular Vera Bradley perfume is the Citrus Mimosa perfume. I looked it up online, and it's very hard to find this perfume. Actually, it's not available on the Vera Bradley website, so I guess they discontinued this particular scent. But I really like this scent because it is a fresh, fruity, citrusy type of scent, which is obvious because it's called Citrus Mimosa. From what I gather, based on the notes available online in the other Vera Bradley perfumes, these perfumes are kind of not that multi-layered, not that complex, just pretty simple, straightforward perfumes. I was able to find other perfumes from the Vera Bradley line on Fragrantica.com, and they just didn't have very complex layers or notes to them. So this one is probably just citrus and some other sweet scent. The disadvantage to this particular perfume is that the scent doesn't last very long. It has a nice bit of impact when you first spray it, but the smell goes away pretty quickly. But I mean, I only paid $9.99 for it, so I don't mind. And it's just one of those scents that I now know I have to layer on top of some type of body cream or lotion just to get more impact from it. But I'm more likely to wear this on days when I'm just trying to go out, run a few errands, and I want to smell a little nicely, but I don't want to use too much of my nice perfumes. The next two perfumes I got from my first subscription to Scentbox. When I decided to get into collecting perfumes or just adding more nice perfumes to my collection, I did a lot of research on the different subscription boxes out there for perfumes. I heard a lot about one particular one just based on they seem to have a lot of deals with YouTube gurus as far as being featured in sponsored videos. But when I did my research on that particular brand, there were a lot of complaints and bad reviews, so I decided to go with Scentbox instead, mainly because with Scentbox, these little containers that your perfume come in, you get a new one each month. You don't have to purchase new containers to keep your perfume, and that's an advantage to me. And it also had the option of me having two perfumes sent to me a month instead of just one perfume, so I decided to go with that one. So let's talk about the perfumes. The first perfume that I got in my box this month was the Burberry Brit Rhythm Floral for Her. I wanted this perfume to be one of my go-to summer perfumes, but when I tested it out and smelled it, to me it smelled a little bit more appropriate for fall. It has a lavender note to it, which gives it kind of a soapy smell when you first spray it. So because of that, in my opinion, it's just more appropriate for fall. But I really like the lasting power of this one, and I like how fresh it smells. Even though I think of it as a fall perfume, it still has a bit of freshness and lightness to it. At first I wasn't sure if I liked it, but as time went on and the smell kind of dried down and the other notes came through, I really enjoyed wearing this perfume. But I think if I wear it this summer, it's going to be like my nighttime perfume, or one of my nighttime perfumes that I wear to fancy events or special events, or maybe for a special service at church. The next scent I got was the Coach Poppy Wildflower. I really enjoy this scent. I wore it just yesterday to church. It has a very summery smell to me, which sounds kind of obvious because it is centered around the poppy flower. The other thing I like about this one is just like my other perfume that I got from Scentbox, this one has great lasting power. Both of the perfumes that I got from Scentbox, I want the full size version of. So that's the great advantage of Scentbox. You get to try things out, see how they work on your body, and see if you want to upgrade to a full size box. And I definitely do, but I'm trying to get these for a good price. So I'm going to take my time, look around, see where I can find these for a good price. And I have some ideas of mine. I think I've seen a few nice size bottles of the Coach Poppy on the Kohl's website, Perfumania, fragrance.net. There are a few options out there. I just wanted to show you guys how the bottle looks when you take it out of the decant or the little container that it comes in. It doesn't have the name of the perfume on the actual bottle, but it does have it on the bottom of it, which is great because with Scentbox you get a new one of these each month. Okay, so this next perfume that I bought, Rogue by Rihanna, it was a blind buy. And right after I bought it, I almost regretted buying it. Right after I left TJ Maxx, I got in the car and I sprayed this on the box so I could smell it. And my first thought was no, 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 no. Because immediately all I could think was it smells like a belt. It smells like a leather belt. I don't know if I want to wear a perfume that smells like a leather belt. But when I got home and I looked up the notes, it made sense that it smelled like a belt because one of the notes is a leather suede note. I decided to go ahead and try it out on my skin though, just to give it a chance. And when I did, I ended up liking this so much more. On me, you still smell a hint of that leather note, but you also smell the other notes in this one. You also smell the plum, and you smell, I think there might be a bit of citrus in this. It smelled citrusy to me. I've worn this 3 times, and from testing it out 3 times, I've decided that this is definitely going to be a fall or winter perfume for me. When I smell this, for some reason, I just think of wearing sweaters or leather jackets for obvious reasons. For some reason, I picture someone who is probably an archivist and she works around a lot of leather bound books, or maybe an archaeologist who hangs out with Indiana Jones and wears leather hats. I picture a confident woman wearing this because this is not one of your blatantly obvious sexy perfumes. It's not like your go-to perfumes that kind of the sexy woman wears in my mind, like a Prada candy. I feel like a lot of people wear Prada candy when they want to feel sexy. Rogue by Rihanna isn't such a blatantly sexy perfume, but I feel like it does grow on you. It's very unique. The more I've worn this perfume, the more I've just really enjoyed how unique it is and how special it feels when I wear it. There have been a few times where I've sprayed it at night just to smell it. For some reason, it just kind of makes me feel comforted, and it makes it easier for me to go to sleep. For some reason, I just hum when I smell it and fall asleep easier. So even though I had a initially bad reaction to the smell of this, I really do enjoy this scent now. These are my other 2 Rihanna perfumes that I purchased. The very first perfume I purchased by Rihanna was actually the fragrance mist for Rebel Fleur. I saw it in Walmart and I smelled it and I really enjoyed the way it smelled, so I went ahead and purchased it even though it was a fragrance mist. I've been wanting to get away from fragrance mists, but the truth is I'm having a really hard time finding an in-person bottle of Rebel Fleur. I've seen it online, but for some reason I just want to buy it in person. But I may have to go ahead and suck it up and order it online. But I really enjoy the smell of Rebel Fleur. Right now, when I wear Rebel Fleur in the summer, I layer it with the St. Ives Softening Coconut and Orchid Body Lotion, and that emphasizes the summery notes in this perfume for me and makes it more perfect for summer. But on its own, I feel like it's kind of a fall or autumn scent. It has a bit of darkness to it that just makes it feel a little bit heavier for me, but the coconut lightens it up a lot, and when I wear it with this body lotion, that coconut scent gets emphasized even more. And the great thing is when I layer it with this particular lotion, the scent lasts a really long time on me. For this to be a fragrance mist, I'm able to get this scent to last about 4 hours if I layer it with this particular lotion. So I really enjoy wearing this one on my travel days, I guess, when I'm gonna be driving for a while and I just want to be surrounded by a good scent. And by a while I mean 4 hours. Where I live is about 4 hours away from my hometown, so this is one of my scents that I like to wear whenever I'm driving back home to visit my family, because it just makes me feel so happy and summery to have the car kind of engulfed with this scent. The other perfume that I got by Rihanna is this one, the Rebel by Rihanna, or Rebel by Rihanna. I snatched it up from TJ Maxx because I was looking for Rebel Floor. Didn't see it, but I saw Rebel and it was in there for only $9.99. And I think I saw another bottle just the other day when I went in TJ Maxx. So for some reason they are selling the Rebel by Rihanna for a cheaper price at stores in person, but the Rebel Floor, you're gonna have to probably get that one online if you want the actual eau de parfum. But I really like the Rebel as well. It's very similar to Rebel Floor, but it has a darker note to it, has a heavier note to it. I think it may have a coffee accord in there. After wearing Rebel 2 times, I've come to the conclusion that this is definitely going to be one of my fall and winter perfumes. This next perfume is another purchase from Ross. I say another, but I think this is the first time I've mentioned Ross. If you go to Ross, you know that most of their perfumes are packaged in a anti-theft type of packaging to keep people from stealing it. So you really can't smell the perfume to see if you like it before you buy it. You have to just know if this is a perfume that you like, or it's going to be a blind buy. This one was definitely a blind buy for me, but when I saw it at Ross, it was there for $9.99. So I was automatically tempted to buy it because it's just such a good deal just based on the amount of fluid ounces you get. But while I was in the store, I went to Fragrantica and I looked up the perfume, and I realized that this is perfume that, one, has been discontinued, and two, a lot of people really enjoy this scent to the point where they're buying it on eBay for like $20. So I was like, oh, this is a good deal. I need to snatch this up. When I got this home, I was so glad that I bought it. This is such a beautiful, sweet perfume. It smells like summer. It smells like you should be wearing a maxi dress or a sundress, but on a date with your boyfriend or your husband, maybe drinking mimosas, maybe at a resort. It's just a vacation perfume, and that's why I love the way it smells so much. The thing that slightly annoys me about this perfume is that it comes layered in 2 perfumes. So this is the day scent and this is the night scent. The day scent smells pretty good on its own, and the night scent smells pretty good on its own. I love the way they smell layered together. And so the thing that annoys me is that you have more of the day scent than the night scent. So if I layer them together, I'm going to eventually run out of the night scent first. And so I'm kind of forced to not wear it the way I want to wear it, because I don't want to run out of one before I run out of the other. So I'm probably going to be a little bit more tricky when I layer these together. Like the next time I layer it together, I'll probably do 3 sprays of the day scent and maybe 1 spray of the night scent, so on my neck or something. But the other great thing about this one is that it lasts all day. It lasts a really long time. At least it does on me. These next 3 scents that I have are from the Dollar Tree. I decided to purchase these because when I was looking at a lot of perfume collection videos on YouTube, there were a number of videos about the Eid line of perfumes that you can purchase at Dollar Tree. And at first I was dismissive, just because in my mind I'm thinking a perfume that costs $1 is probably trash. But so many people were raving about these perfumes that I thought, well, it's just $1. I can go ahead and give it a try. So I did. The 3 I purchased are Streak Ray, which I think is their version of the Jimmy Choo perfume. Graceful, which I can't remember what it's supposed to be an impression of, but I'll put that on the screen when I find it online. And Peak Waves, which is supposed to be their version of Paris Hilton by Paris Hilton. When I was in the Dollar Tree trying to figure out which ones to buy, The awesome thing about Dollar Tree is that you can go ahead and open up the box and smell the scent to see if you like it first. The disadvantage is that because Dollar Tree is so, I guess, open and free, their little section of perfumes, it can be kind of just a hot mess. Like, you can, it's crazy, but you can tell people go in there and steal perfumes even though they're just $1. So you'll see some of the perfumes outside of the box and you can't find the box to see what the details about the perfume are, or you'll find a box and it's empty and you can't find a matching perfume, so it's obvious that someone stole it. I just don't understand because I'm like, it's already just $1, but I guess people have their own reasons for stealing perfume. I'm wearing the Pink Waves today just because I'm not going anywhere, and that's the reason I like these perfumes. Like on the days when I'm chilling inside but I still want to smell nice even though I'm the only one smelling myself, I don't want to waste up a good perfume to do that, a quality perfume to do that. So that's the main reason I'm keeping these in my collection, because they're just good for those days where you want to smell a little nicely, but you don't necessarily want to use up your nice perfumes. The other thing is that this one, it lasted maybe 3 hours on me. No, this one lasted 2 hours on me. Graceful lasted about 3 hours on me, and Pink Waves, it's kind of faded by now. Very faint smell of it. I don't smell much of it left. So even though a lot of the reviews on YouTube are people claiming that these work just as well as expensive or more costly perfumes, it's not turning out to be that way for me as far as how long they last, but they do smell nice. These are the last perfumes being featured in my collection today. These are by the Belcam line of perfumes. I've been looking at these at Walmart for a while. When I first looked at them, when I initially was just looking for a perfume, I kind of dismissed them because I was just thinking, I don't want our version of, I want the real thing. But with time, as I was constantly going different places to smell perfumes and try them out and compare them, I thought, well, let me just smell these to see how I feel about them. So I went back to Walmart, and the setup is kind of similar to Dollar Tree, with the fact that you can open these and smell them yourself, even though the disadvantage is you realizing that other people have done the same thing as well. But I opened these and I sprayed them on some scrunchies that were near the perfume aisle at Walmart to see what they smelled like. And I just really adore all three of these. I just was in Walmart like, oh my goodness, these smell so nice. And the crazy thing is, I had just gotten a sample of Black Opium perfume from Sephora, and they smelled identical. The real Black Opium and Belcam's version of Black Opium, they smell the same to me. I can't smell a difference. Other people may be able to, but I can't. And so I just thought, I have to get this. I have to have it until I can officially get the real Black Opium in my collection, because I do want to eventually get the original Black Opium, just because I love the packaging. I love the way the whole bottle looks, and I love the way it feels, I guess, to own the real thing. But until then, I feel no shame in wearing the Belcam version of Black Opium. It smells really nicely. I haven't worn it that much because it's summer right now, and whenever I smell it, it just makes me think of fall, probably because of the coffee and the vanilla notes. But I'm just gonna wait until it gets a little cooler before I wear something so coffee based, so vanilla based. It just makes me think I should be sitting in front of a fireplace drinking hot cocoa with my man or something. It doesn't make me think of summertime. So I'm gonna wait a while. I have worn the J'adore, the Belcam version of J'adore, 2 times. I think both times were for church. It feels like a very adult scent, a very grown-up scent. The lasting power on me, I think it's about 4 hours on me, and it may last longer. It's just I don't have that same impact I had when I first spray it. When I first spray it, I feel kind of surrounded by the scent. 4 hours later, I don't feel so surrounded by the scent, but if I smell my arm or a location where I sprayed the perfume, I still smell it. And then the last one I got was the Our version of Dolce. I've worn this one time. I really enjoy the way it smells on me as well, and I'll probably keep wearing it again. And the lasting power on this is about the same, about 4 hours on me. I also just wanted to take these out of the box to show you guys how they look in their little bottles. That's the other thing I appreciate about Belcam. They do invest a bit of money into nice packaging, I think. In comparison to the Dollar Tree perfume bottles, the Dollar Tree ones look a little cheap to me. But these bottles, I wouldn't mind having them out on my vanity. The only reason I don't have them out on my vanity is because I want my perfumes to last as long as possible, so I keep them in their boxes away from the sunlight most of the time. But honestly, if I had this one sitting on my vanity, I feel like it still looks nice. It still looks dainty. It still makes me feel ladylike to have these on display if I were into displaying my perfumes.